The drama no one saw coming has just shaken the entire love and hip-hop universe to its core. In a twist straight out of a reality soap opera, Kirk Frost, yes. That Kirk just made a move that left fans gasping, the industry stunned, and Rasheeda completely broken. In front of friends, family, and cameras, Kirk turned his back on everything we thought we knew and married Jasmine. You heard that right? Jasmine, the woman at the center of one of the biggest betrayals in reality TV history, is now officially Kirk's wife. The moment was messy, emotional, and shocking. Rasheeda, who stood by Kirk through years of infidelity, humiliation, and public scandal, collapsed into tears when the news hit. Witnesses say she didn't just cry, she crumbled, shaking and whispering, after everything, he still chose her. The audience couldn't believe it. Clips leaked online instantly, spreading like wildfire across Instagram and Twitter. Fans are screaming betrayal, calling it the ultimate disrespect. Others are saying Rasheeda finally got the closure she deserved. But insiders claim this wasn't just a random decision, which a move Kirk had been planning in secret for months, and now the fallout has begun. Friendships shattered, families divided, fans demanding answers. Because if Kirk can betray Rasheeda like this, what's next? The story starts quietly, but like every storm, it was building in the shadows long before it erupted. According to insiders, Kirk had been acting different for weeks. He was distant, taking more late-night calls, and suddenly obsessed with secrecy. Rasheeda, who's been by his side for decades, reportedly sensed something was off. But even she couldn't have imagined what was. About to unfold, the bombshell dropped at what was supposed to be just a family dinner turned private celebration. Friends, family, and a handful of industry insiders were invited. Everyone assumed it was Kirk pulling one of his random surprises, maybe renewing vows with Rasheeda, or announcing a new business venture. Instead, what they got was the most shocking betrayal, love, and hip-hop. Fans have seen yet as cameras rolled and the room filled with chatter. Kirk stood up, cleared his throat, and dropped a line that froze the entire table. "Tonight, I want to introduce you all to my wife, Jasmine." Gasps filled the room. Glasses hit the table. The shock was instant and electric. Some guests thought they misheard. Others sat in stunned silence. But Rasheeda, her face went pale. Witnesses said she clutched the edge of the table as if the ground had just been ripped from beneath her. Seconds later, tears streamed down her face. Jasmine, dressed in an elegant but understated gown, rose from her seat with a smile that sent the entire room into chaos. She nodded, confirming Kirk's words. "Yes, it's true. I'm his wife now." The whispers began immediately. "What about Rasheeda? Is this real? He can't be serious." But Kirk doubled down, speaking over the commotion. "I know this is hard to accept. I know people won't understand. But this is my truth. I chose Jasmine." Rasheeda couldn't contain herself. Witnesses say she stood up, shaking, eyes red with disbelief. "After everything, after all the years I stood by you, you'd do this to me in front of everyone." Her voice cracked with heartbreak and she collapsed back into her chair, sobbing uncontrollably. The room was split. Some rushed to comfort Rasheeda, wrapping their arms around her as she cried. Others looked on in stunned silence, while a few simply pulled out their phones, recording what they knew would be viral gold. Within minutes, clips hit Instagram stories. By the time the dinner ended, the internet was already ablaze. Fans reacted instantly. On Twitter, the hashtags #Kirk and Jasmine and #PrayFor RASHEDA started trending side by side. One user tweeted, "This is the ultimate betrayal. Rasheeda deserves better." Another wrote, "Messy Kirk strikes again. He married Jasmine. Love and hip-hop just turned into Jerry Springer." Meanwhile, Rasheeda's closest friends were furious. One insider revealed that Rasheeda whispered through tears, "I gave him everything. He took everything." The pain wasn't just about love, it was about years of loyalty, business ventures built side by side, and a public image that she fought to protect even when Kirk embarrassed her in front of the world. Jasmine, on the other hand, seemed unfazed by the chaos. Witnesses claim she stood proudly, holding Kirk's hand, even as the crowd turned hostile. At one point, someone shouted, "You ruined a family." Jasmine allegedly snapped back, "Don't blame me. He chose me." That line, "he chose me," was the dagger. Fans erupted online, calling Jasmine heartless and branding Kirk as the ultimate villain. Memes spread within hours. Pictures of Rasheeda crying, side by side with Jasmine smirking, captioned, "The wife versus the wife he told you not to worry about." But here's where the story takes a darker twist. Insiders claim this wasn't some spur-of-a-moment decision. According to leaks, Kirk had secretly filed paperwork weeks ago, legally finalizing his marriage to Jasmine without Rasheeda even knowing. Some even allege that Kirk deliberately staged this public reveal to force the truth out in one big, shocking blow. And that leaves Rasheeda shattered. One friend of the family told a gossip outlet, she knew Kirk wasn't perfect. She knew about Jasmine before, but she never thought he would actually make Jasmine his wife. That broke her. As Rasheeda cried, insiders say she whispered a haunting line, "I lost my husband, my partner, and my best friend all in one night." The fallout was immediate. Family members stormed out. Some guests confronted Kirk directly, shouting in his face. Others warned him he'd destroyed not just his marriage, but his reputation forever. But Kirk stood his ground, repeating, "This is my choice. I'm done living for appearances." By the time the night ended, Rasheeda had to be escorted out by friends, still sobbing, while Kirk and Jasmine left together, hand in hand. Cameras caught every second, and the footage spread like wildfire across blogs. YouTube and Twitter. Fans couldn't stop watching. Some were heartbroken for Rasheeda, others were stunned at Kirk's audacity, and a small few even celebrated Jasmine for winning. But one thing was clear. This wasn't just another messy love and hip-hop scandal. This was the most shocking betrayal yet, and the world couldn't wait to see what came next. By the next morning, the fallout was unavoidable. Clips of Rasheeda collapsing in tears were everywhere: Instagram, TikTok, gossip blogs, even trending on Twitter. The internet was relentless. Memes flooded the timeline. Rasheeda crying, overlaid with captions like, "She held him down for decades, and this is how he repays her," while others mocked Kirk, calling him the villain of reality TV. But the backlash wasn't limited to fans. Rasheeda's inner circle moved fast. Within hours, her closest friends took to social media, firing off cryptic but scathing posts clearly aimed at Kirk and Jasmine. One wrote, "You reap what you sow. Loyalty means nothing to some men." Another posted a picture with Rasheeda and the caption, "Standing with my sister no matter what. She deserves better." Meanwhile, Jasmine wasted no time making her side of the story heard. In an Instagram live that night, she sat pretty with her hair done and makeup flawless, smirking as she addressed the swirling chaos. "Y'all can say what you want, but let's get one thing straight. Kirk chose me. This wasn't sneaky. This wasn't stolen. This was real love. Don't hate me because he saw in me what he didn't have anymore." Fans lost it. The comment section exploded in fury. "Homewrecker. Girl, sit down. You destroyed a family and bragging about it?" But Jasmine didn't flinch. She doubled down. "Everybody want to paint Rasheeda as the victim, but y'all don't know what went on behind closed doors. Kirk wasn't happy. He told me everything. I gave him peace, and he gave me his last name, period." That live set the internet on fire. While some viewers accused Jasmine of being heartless, others started to question, was there more to the story? Had Rasheeda and Kirk's picture-perfect image been hiding deeper cracks all along? Then came the bombshell. A gossip outlet leaked alleged text messages between Kirk and Jasmine from months ago. In the messages, Kirk told Jasmine, "I can't keep living this double life. Rasheeda don't understand me anymore." "You do." In another, Jasmine replied, "Then leave her and be with me. Stop being scared." If the texts were real, they proved this marriage wasn't spontaneous. It was premeditated. Kirk had been plotting to leave Rasheeda and build a new life with Jasmine long before anyone knew. Rasheeda, meanwhile, stayed quiet publicly, but insiders painted a devastating picture. One source told a blog, "She's broken. She feels humiliated, blindsided, betrayed. She doesn't even know how to explain this to her kids." She gave Kirk chance after chance, and he still chose Jasmine. The story had now become bigger than just a marriage. It was about family, loyalty, and betrayal at the highest level. Fans were demanding answers from Rasheeda. Would she finally leave Kirk for good? Or would she somehow forgive him again? Kirk, for his part, tried to defend himself. In a brief statement to the press, he said, "This was a decision I made for my happiness. I know it's messy, I know it's painful, but I had to live my truth. I'll always care for Rasheeda, but I had to follow my heart, care for Rasheeda." But instead of calming things down, his words only added fuel to the fire. Fans blasted him online. "Follow your heart. Bro, you followed Jasmine's DM." Another wrote, translation, "I threw away my family for a fling." The streets were talking too. At Atlanta hotspots, whispers spread like wildfire. Some said Kirk had been spotted with Jasmine weeks ago, flaunting their relationship before it was official. Others swore Rasheeda had known something was coming but refused to believe it. The gossip was uncontrollable, and every detail made the betrayal sting worse. Even other love and hip-hop stars jumped in. Carly Red posted a cryptic video, sipping wine, smirking at the camera with the caption, "Chilly. The math is not mathing." Spice tweeted, "Praying for Rasheeda. Women deserve loyalty, not public embarrassment." The cast and the fans alike had picked sides, and most weren't on Kirk's. But here's where it gets even juicier. According to insiders, Rasheeda isn't just sitting at home crying. She's planning her own revenge. Rumors claim she's already in talks with producers to film her raw reaction and truth for the next season. It's promising to expose secrets Kirk never wanted out. One source teased Rasheeda's got her own receipts. And when she drops them, people go and see a whole different side of Kirk. The stage is set. On one side, Kirk and Jasmine flaunting their new marriage, daring the world to judge them. On the other, Rasheeda, heartbroken but plotting her comeback, ready to flip the narrative in her favor. Fans know one thing for sure. This story isn't cooling off. It's only getting hotter. Because when a man marries his mistress, it doesn't just destroy a marriage, destroys trust, friendships, reputations, and everything built around it. And right now, Kirk Frost is standing in the middle of the fire he lit himself. The days following Kirk's announcement were nothing short of chaos. Everywhere you turned, blogs, social media, even mainstream outlets, the betrayal was front-page drama. But as much as Kirk and Jasmine flaunted their new love story, the tide was beginning to turn. Because Rasheeda, the woman left broken at that dinner table, wasn't just crying in silence. She was plotting her next move. According to insiders, Rasheeda had gone quiet, not out of weakness, but out of strategy. She wanted the world to speak first. And speak they did. Public sympathy was overwhelmingly on her side. Fans flooded her Instagram comments with words of support. "We love you, Rasheeda. You deserve better. Karma will catch them both." Others even begged her, "Please leave him for good. Don't let him embarrass you again." Behind the scenes, Rasheeda began compiling what friends described as receipts that will end Kirk's credibility forever. Allegedly, these included financial documents, text messages, and private recordings showing Kirk's lies stretched back far longer than anyone realized. One friend whispered to a blogger, "If she drops what she has, Jasmine won't be smiling for long. Kirk will look like the fraud he really is." Then came the first sign of Rasheeda's retaliation. On her Instagram, she posted a cryptic message. A photo of herself, no makeup, tears dried, but eyes fierce, with the caption, "Sometimes the best revenge is the truth." The post went viral instantly. Fans flooded the comments with fire emojis, declaring she's about to expose him. Meanwhile, Kirk and Jasmine doubled down. They began showing up publicly together, arm in arm at an Atlanta lounge, cozy dinners caught by paparazzi. Even a photo shoot for a magazine that captioned them hip-hop's most controversial couple. Their smiles looked bold, but whispers suggested tension was already brewing. Insiders claimed Kirk was feeling the heat of public backlash, while Jasmine was frustrated by constantly being called the homewrecker. The clash intensified when Rasheeda finally broke her silence in an exclusive interview. Sitting down with a well-known gossip blogger, she told her side with raw honesty. Tears filled her eyes as she said, "I gave that man everything. My loyalty, my youth, my career. And he didn't just betray me, he humiliated me." She paused, then dropped the bomb. "And I have proof this marriage ain't what it seems." The internet exploded. Clips from the interview racked up millions of views. Fans were shocked at her calm but devastating delivery. "She's not just talking, she's about to take them down," one viewer tweeted. Another said Rasheeda's silence wasn't weakness, it was power. The next day, alleged leaks appeared online. A voice note circulated where Kirk could be heard saying, "I don't even love Jasmine like that, but she gives me peace." The authenticity of the recording was debated, but fans ate it up, blasting Kirk for marrying someone he doesn't even love. Blogs splashed the headline, "Kirk's private confession leaked. Was Jasmine just a rebound?" Jasmine snapped back on social media with another live. Furious, she said, "Y'all trying to tear down my marriage already? That audio is fake. Kirk loves me, I love him, and that's that. Rasheeda needs to move on." But fans weren't convinced. The live only drew more trolls, mocking her with comments like, "Side chick turned wife, don't hit the same." Even Love and hip-hop castmates began taking sides publicly. Some rallied behind Rasheeda, praising her strength. Others stirred the pot, hinting that they always knew Kirk was shady. Producers smelled gold, allegedly pushing for cameras to capture the unfolding scandal in real time for the next season. And then, as if the story couldn't get messier, whispers surfaced that Kirk's finances were in shambles. A gossip blog claimed Jasmine wasn't just his new wife, she was also his cover, helping him dodge deeper financial problems. Whether true or not, it added gasoline to the fire. Fans speculated, was Kirk's marriage about love or survival? Through it all, Rasheeda played her cards carefully. Instead of wallowing, she started showing up in public looking radiant, focused, and unbothered. She posted videos of herself in the studio, captioned, "Pain makes the best music." Fans cheered, predicting she was about to drop the most powerful track of her career. An anthem of survival and betrayal that could turn her. Heartbreak into dominance. The stage was set for a final showdown, not in private, but in the public eye where it all began. Would Rasheeda unleash her full arsenal of receipts and expose Kirk once and for all? Would Jasmine crack under the pressure of being labeled the mistress who became the wife? Or would Kirk somehow spin this narrative into redemption, as he's done time and time again? Nobody knew. But one thing was certain. The love and hip-hop universe hadn't seen drama like this in years. And as fans kept refreshing their feeds, waiting for the next leak, the next clapback, the next tearful revelation, one truth echoed louder than any headline. Kirk's choice didn't just break Rasheeda's heart. It broke the illusion of loyalty forever. And the fallout. It's only just beginning, and now, the truth is impossible to ignore. Kirk's shocking decision to marry Jasmine has shaken not just Rasheeda, but the entire love and hip-hop universe. The tears, the whispers, the leaked receipts. This isn't just drama. This is betrayal on the biggest stage imaginable. Rasheeda, once the backbone of Kirk's world, is left in pieces. Jasmine, once the mistress, is flaunting her new title as the wife. And Kirk, he's standing in the middle of the fire he created, daring the world to judge him. Daring the world to judge him. But this story is far from over. Will Rasheeda release the bombshell receipts she's been holding back? Will Kirk and Jasmine survive the pressure of public scrutiny? Or will the cracks in their so-called love story begin to show? And the question everyone is asking, Rasheeda rise from this betrayal stronger than ever, turning her heartbreak into her greatest comeback. Now we want to hear from you. Do you believe Kirk really loves Jasmine? Or is this all about power and control? Should Rasheeda finally cut ties for good, or do you think there's a chance she'll forgive him yet again? Whose side are you on? Team Rasheeda or Team Jasmine? Drop your thoughts in the comments right now, because your opinion matters in this conversation. Smash that like button if you think Rasheeda deserves better. And don't forget to subscribe, because when the next wave of receipts drops, and trust me, you'll want to be the first to know. Share this video with anyone who loves reality drama, because this isn't just love and hip-hop anymore. This is betrayal, survival, and legacy all colliding in one story. The chapter may have closed on Rasheeda's marriage, but the saga, it's only beginning.